Hello guys, how are you doing today? So today we are going to learn that how we can pass data between two activities using a intent. For this we have to create an intent here. So I am going to define an intent here and I am going to take a variable of intent type. So I'll take this as edit intent and we are going to assign it the two file names. First would be the file name from which we are passing the data, and second would be the file name in which we are receiving the data. So here I am going to add new intent. So my first file name would be the same file in which I am, and that is the main activity dot this, and second would be the file name to which we have to pass the data. So I am going to go here and I am going to create a new Java class and I will give it a name as edit data. So this is my activity to which I am going to pass my text variable and the image based upon the intent from the main activity. So in main activity here, now I can define it as edit data dot class. And we are going to create our edit intent with dot put extra, which would be responsible for sending our data to the other activity, and here we will give the variable name in which we are passing the data. So first would be my ID, and in it I am passing my item ID. Second would be edit intent dot put extra, and my variable name for this would be the name, and the one which I am sending is food dot get name. Based on my data class, we are going to get the name of each variable and we are going to send that. And for sending an image, we have to create a byte output stream and we have to convert our image so that we can send it to the other activity. So here I am going to create a byte array output stream and I'll give it a name as variable name as bs and new byte array output stream. So this would be my variable bs based on which I am going to convert my image. So here I am going to use bitmap dot compress and then I am going to use bitmap compress format, and my format I am going to give it as PNG. You can use JPG or anything else which you want to use, and here we are going to define our variable name bs. Now we are going to take our variable name edit intent and we are going to pass our data to that. So I am going to take a variable name as byte array, and in it I am going to send bs to so this is done. With it we have put it the intent extra variable, and we have added two variables and one image to this variable, and in our edit activity we are going to get this variable edit intent, and through these variable names we can actually get our data. So here we are start our new activity, and that would be our edit intent, our variable name, and this is actually passed. Now before we make some changes to our edit data file, we have to create a layout which would be supporting our activity edit data. So we are going to go to our layout folder, and here I am going to create a new layout, and I am going to give it a name as edit activity. And now we are going to take two things here. One is our text view, which would be having our name variable, and the other is our image view. So we would be passing our text data to the text field here, and the image view to our image here. And I am going to give it a height of 40 dp. Along with that, I'm going to give this a ID as edit text name, and for my image I am going to give it a ID as edit image, and we are just going to take the image and the variable which is of string type. So now we are going to go to our edit data, and here we are going to extend it. Before doing that, I think we should change it to the new activity and empty activity so that it could create everything itself. And here I'll give it a name as edit. So this have already extend from app content compact activity, and this also has the super on create saved instance. And now we are going to do some things here. First of all, we'll define our variables. I'm going to take my variables as private. First would be the edit text, and I am going to give it a name as edit underscore text. And secondly, we are going to take our image view, and I am going to give it a name as edit image. So now we are going to define here that from which activity it should take our data. So we'll set our content view, and I am going to define here my layout name, which would be the edit activity. So we are going to define here r dot layout dot edit activity, so that our this activity would be taking the layout from the edit activity. So now we are going to take edit text and we are going to define as edit text find view by ID, and here we are going to define our dot id dot edit text name. And now we are going to define edit image, and now we are going to receive our intent. So we have to define an intent here and a variable name called received intent equal to get intent, and now we are going to give it a select ID and here I am going to receive my ID, and for this I have to define its data type get int extra, and the variable name that we have passed there, it was ID, and a default value for this ID. Same way we'll do it with the selected name receive intent dot get string, and the value we have to take, and the third thing we are going to get is our image, but we have to define these two variables too here. So one would be the int select ID and the second would be the string, and that's selected name. So here we are going to get image in our if condition, so that we should know that the image is there in the get intent. So we're going to check if get intent has extra. So here we are going to give the byte array that we have passed in our main activity. Thus, if it actually has some data, then only in the edit activity we would be able to assign the data to our image view. So now we are going to define here a bitmap, a variable of this type, bitmap factory dot decode byte array, and we are going to get intent in this, and then we are going to pass dot get byte array extra and our variable name, that was byte array, and here we are going to define the second parameter as 0, and then we are going to get the get intent, and with this we are going to get again get byte array extra, and in it we are going to pass our variable name, dot length. Edit image, and we are going to set image bitmap with the bitmap which we have defined here, and we are going to set our edit text dot set text with our selected name, and this is done. So let's go ahead and run this and let's check if it is working or not. Let's add a name here. And let's check by clicking it. So here is our name and here is our image. So it's passing to a new activity. Let's go back and check another, and it's showing. Let me go ahead and change the size of this text view. So I'll give it a size as so that you can easily see. So it's showing. So thank you so much guys for watching. Have a nice day. Keep liking, sharing and subscribing. Bye bye.